I saw you, I would lose control. Made me feel like there was no tomorrow. Should've told you that you're beautiful, but the days pass and now it's so long ago. Did you make it? Did you break free?
Hello and welcome back to At Home with PandaDoseVapes. You're at home with PandaDoseVapes. This is PandaDoseVapes. That's a stupid joke. That's the second time I made that joke today. But so yeah, we're back. We took a couple weeks off for the holidays, for Christmas and New Year's. That was fun.
Yes.
And it was a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun. We got some presents
For our new apartment.
Yeah, we got a lot of stuff for the new apartment. We got
family.
pots and pans and knives and
All
kinds of
stuff.
shit.
Yeah, we got, I don't even know, we got a whole bunch of crap. Dishes.
Dishes, yeah.
Sounds boring, but it's awesome when you're in a new apartment and you don't have to buy it on your own.
Yes, absolutely. We got all kinds of little choppers and cutters and different bobs and jiggers.
That's just from the family. We got ourselves cool gifts.
Yeah, we didn't get ourselves nerdy shit like that. We got vape stuff mostly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, I got some covers.
Yeah.
Because I'm into soft stuff.
My dad got her a real soft blanket.
And you got me a super soft blanket.
I got her a very, very soft blanket.
Yeah, my cat loves. Ziggy loves it.
He's like right here off camera too. Ziggy is going through a little change. He's becoming a little man, and he's a total nightmare. And so if you see the camera move,
It's
the lights move,
like
it's
having
Ziggy.
a child in a terrible twos.
Yes.
He
He's a
wants to
fucking
mess with
nightmare.
everything.
But little does he know, on Tuesday, he's getting his testicles chopped off. You're getting your balls chopped off, motherfucker. Excuse my language. Sorry, excuse me. Pardon me.
He's trying not to curse so much.
I am, yeah. I'm afraid it's throwing people off when they're watching my videos. It's true. Not in real life, I'm not going to cuss less. Just
No.
on videos.
He just makes up for it when he's done recording. It's like Tourette's.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's like I have Tourette's.
Fuck, shit. And I'm like, what are you doing? He's like making it up.
I feel like I have Tourette's. Video-induced Tourette's. So yeah, we were talking a little bit last time we did a video about some of the stuff that we got, or that we were getting. Like we made an order from Rig, from Vape Amp. And so I got my Rig V2. I was telling you about the trouble I had last time. I actually got it, and I have the hybrid disc. They sent one along. And we got Pandas.
It's already changing color.
Oh, it's so quick. If you have copper mods, people who have copper mods know, copper is like the quickest metal to react to the oils in your
Yeah,
skin.
'cause it was literally all copper, like shiny.
Yeah.
And
It's like black now.
yeah.
I have nasty ass hands.
And
It
then
doesn't smell though. It
I
smells.
got my. No, it smells like metal on fingers.
But not that bad though.
And I got my skunk. If you've seen my videos, I talk about it all the time.
Well, we can put a picture up in the corner right now.
Yeah.
Of the swamp. So yeah.
So I love it. I actually had a problem though. I dropped it one time, and I guess the battery shifted, and it like made the battery department just loose.
The contact. Well, it made the contact for the positive side.
It's out really easy now.
It made the contact for the positive side kind of push up a little bit because it's just a piece of metal. So it pushed it up, and so she kind of had to like bend it back down a little
Yeah,
bit.
it was weird because it wasn't even like how it fell. I just didn't understand how it did all that.
It was from about waist level onto tile floor, and it was pretty dramatic how much it affected.
But it didn't have no marks.
No, thank God. Yeah.
That would have freaked out. But
I mean, the mod was. I mean, you would expect something to be a little bit sturdier. I mean, we've been very happy with it. She's been very happy with it.
I mean, the only thing I don't like is the voltage drop. It's dramatic. I get like 2 good vapes, and then after that, it's like you can really tell the voltage drop on it because it's the one battery.
But it's also because there's a wire in it. It's not fully mechanical. There is a wire that goes between the contact and the button.
Yeah.
And it definitely affects it. It does. Right?
Yeah, it's like after them 2 vapes, I basically want to change my battery because I'm just like craving that nice cloudy vapor. and it doesn't really give it to you after a while.
Yeah, it's
But I
unfortunate.
still love it. It's
She
still-
uses it every day, so.
Yeah,
And it takes 2,700 batteries, which is cool.
and it also takes 18650s.
Even though she won't use the adapter that it came with.
Because it's all metal, and I just use, so I used the adapter from the Wismec.
The Rouleau Machina, the mech mod that we got earlier.
Yeah, because it just seems safer. It's plastic, and then it has the metal that piece on top. Just seems more safe.
You're such a dork.
I am, but I just don't want to blow up. I like my face.
I will say that this V2 Copper V2 rig is probably the hardest hitting mech mod I've ever had. It is wonderful. They did send because the crazy thing, something we're going to talk about in the live show, is that they will not sell e-liquid online to people in California. And they're based in California, so they would not sell us e-liquid. So,
No.
because I had ordered a bottle of
Not
e-liquid.
even they didn't even offer us non-nicotine e-liquid. They just said we can't sell it to you.
Yep.
It's too much of a hassle. All they really need to do is take a picture, get a photo image of our ID.
Yeah, I've never
They
heard.
just don't want to do it.
That's the first I've ever heard of anybody saying we can't sell you e-liquid inside of California. I've never heard of that.
They said it's just because it's too much of a headache for them.
I've never heard of it. I've never fucking heard of it. I order e-liquid. I order pretty much 99% of my e-liquid online.
The only thing I ran into is they wanted like my photo ID and my birth. They just wanted like extra like forms of. I think they wanted 2 forms of my ID or something
It's
like
fucking
that.
crazy too.
But that's fine. As long as I'm getting my e-liquid, I'll send you my photo ID. But for you to say no, we cannot sell you e-liquid, that's like.
It shocked me. It really shocked
It's
me.
like, what the hell?
Because I've heard about other states where they're like the laws change, and then there's the laws that you cannot sell nicotine products, via online. But California is not one of those states, and so it kind of shocked me. And then to make up for it, the guy did send us 2 silver springs, silver-plated springs or whatever the fuck they are, and I put one in this V2, and it made a huge difference. And I put one, and I have a V3. It's an aluminum. Rig V3. I put a silver spring in there, and it made a huge, dramatic difference in the rowdiness of that mod. I mean, I actually use it now. So, but the whole drama with the V2s was that they basically sold her a V2 tube before she realized that it didn't come with a hybrid disc, which basically meant if we didn't have the roughneck RDA that slots directly onto it, you couldn't use it.
Yeah.
And so I did find out though that if you have a V3, you can take the top cap off of the V3 and it will fit into the V2. And so I mean that's something. I have a black V3 though, and so it looked really stupid to have the black fucking.
But it did
510.
fit.
But it did fit.
You
Yeah.
can use any RDA with it.
Yeah. Because with this hybrid disc, basically you're stuck using 22 millimeter RDAs, which is fine with me. The mod itself is 24 millimeter. So it's like fucking crazy, but the way that it works is that it's like kind of like the hybrid disc goes, dips in. So, but I've been very happy with it, even with all that drama, and all that trouble. This is a fucking badass mod.
It was worth the drama.
Yeah, it's such a fucking rowdy mod. So.
I yell at him whenever I don't see him use it. I'm like, why ain't you using that?
Oh my god, I can't use anything else. She's like, what? You don't love your new mod? Gets tears in her eyes. Fucking. Girls.
Well, it hasn't even been a month and he's using other mods. And I'm like, wait, I'm still using your swamp that you got me.
You're like, what? You're not attracted to your mod anymore? Huh?
You
Your
don't
mod's
love
not.
it?
Your mod's not sexy anymore.
It's not sexy enough for you?
Looking at other mods already. Speaking of that, she actually bought me another mod.
Yes, the Dreamer.
Oh, we're so excited about it.
Yeah.
She's such a
And
girl.
it comes with the Lucid RDA.
Yep. 120,
Which is
120
like
bucks.
The build inside it is amazing looking. It looks
Vertical.
like fun.
It's a vertical coil deck. We're excited.
It's gonna
to
be
get them.
fun to build on.
I say we're excited to get them because
I just bought one.
she like texted me at work and she's like, oh yeah, your mod should be here tomorrow. I'm jealous or something like that. And I'm like,
Jelly.
Here we go, right? And so I'm like, just keep them on. And she's like, no,
It's your
it's
birthday
fine. It's
present.
your birthday present, even though my birthday's a month away.
Well, I'd say Valentine's present.
My birthday's before Valentine's Day.
Then it's your birthday present.
So basically, I'm like,
Well,
I won't be able to enjoy
hold
this.
on. I said I was going to hold it until your birthday. He says, no, you're not. I'm going to want to use it.
Yeah, damn right.
So, I was getting it ahead of time because I got some extra money. So, I was like, let me just get it. And he's going to end up using it before his birthday.
We're
Plus,
not
I
great
can't
with
hold
waiting.
on to gifts.
We're not great with waiting.
All he has to say is, I really wish I could have used my new mod. It'd be nice to use my new mod. Oh, you got something I would love to use. All I have is my
You mean all
old
this? You mean all the same
mod.
things you said about your squonk mod?
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyways, the
basically
whole
the
point
same.
the whole point of the story was that I'm like, well, I'm not even gonna be able to enjoy it because you're gonna be jealous of it, and so she just bought herself one too.
Yeah, because he was literally going to give me his, and I would have never let him do that.
She could get so mad.
He was mad because I wouldn't let him pay half for it. I'm like, it's your gift. You don't buy your own birthday gifts.
I do.
No, you don't. You used to. Not
Well,
with me.
buy me a glass mod then.
Get out of here. Now you're getting greedy.
I think it's like $600. No, it's like $399.99. It's not that bad.
If I can't afford myself for a $3.99 mod, I can afford you a $3.99 mod.
That kind of, you know what? That leads us to one of the topics we wanted to talk about. How much is too much for a mod?
For especially, like what we were talking about, the higher you get, the less goodies you get with it. Like I literally got nothing with this mod. Like it just came with the mod. I got no extra O-rings.
It didn't even come like a box, did it?
No, it didn't even come with anything nice. It didn't come
Not
with
like
box.
a bag or anything.
I didn't get an extra bottle to carry around with me or
Like a
anything.
squonk bottle?
Or even an extra squonk bottle just in case something happens. I got nothing. But you spend less and you get a nice box with it. You get all these nice little cool things inside. Like I spent $20 for the Phantom and I got a juice rag. I got extra parts. I got the hybrid.
The 510, lots of hybrid.
Yeah, I got all kinds of
A
stuff.
certificate of authenticity,
Yeah,
all
I
kinds of
got
shit.
nothing with this at all. I was like, of course I didn't care at the time, but then after thinking about it, I'm like, you don't get nothing. Like if I lost this bottle or something happened to it, maybe because I know certain citrus juice e-liquids can eat the
The
plastic.
PMAA bottles, yeah.
So if that happens, I just have to buy a new bottle.
Yeah.
And it's just weird how like I buy the Kinger Tech Squonk. It came with 2 bottles, one that you can carry around, I think, and it came with O-rings and all kinds of
It
goodies.
gives like a
inside.
box, like a nice box and
Nice
stuff
box,
too. Yeah.
really nice box. Kinger Tech's always has nice boxes, and it's just so funny. You spend more, you get less.
And so we started like talking about like things that we have bought in the past and like what it came like when I got the Goon, and that's like when I got it, it was brand new. It was like a $70 RDA. It came in a little velvet bag. But then you buy like now you can buy things like what came in like a nice box like.
But you didn't get no O-rings, nothing.
No, nothing, no extras.
You didn't even have a drip tip, right?
I don't think it came with a drip tip. No, it might have come with a drip tip. I can't remember.
The Trolling that I just got didn't come with a drip tip.
Yeah, but like there's like the more expensive it seems like that we like the more money we spend on these things, the less that we're actually getting with it. And that's also with this the Kinger or not the Kinger, the Rig Squonk, like for $130, which is what we paid for it. That's not including shipping and tax and all that stuff. It ended up costing us about $160. Like she dropped it once and it damn near broke.
Yeah.
And so you would expect, I don't know, like, it kind of get to a point of diminishing returns where it's like, am I spending too much for this shit?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because I've dropped so many of my mods, and none of it, like, that was just so weird that happened.
Yep.
I think the only other mod that I had problems with when I would drop it was the Kinger Tech Sub Mini.
Mm-hmm.
The button would go in like so it wouldn't connect. But that was an easy fix. You just took it apart and you pushed the button down. It was easy. Like this, I literally had to like pull the metal down.
And then but then
either.
it felt like it was gonna
When it
break.
snapped.
Yeah.
So I was scared to like. So now it doesn't feel like the battery's like getting a really like strong connection to it. Like
We need to
it
pull
used
that metal down a little bit more.
I'm scared to because it literally felt like if I pulled it any further, it was gonna just snap like the plastic on the top piece.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
like,
there is a point where you're spending too much. Like with something like the glass mod, I talk about it all the time. Glass, GLAS is the company's name. It's pronounced Glass. They make e-liquid. They also make mods, and they it's like almost like a joke because their mod is $400 and it's a tube, and it's not even a copper tube or a brass tube. I think it's stainless steel.
yeah.
There might be some kind of fancy metals, and they probably have like rhodium stainless steel or rhodium sterling silver contacts and shit. But it's $400, and so I mean that's too much. I mean honestly, unless I got it,
if you drop it, you're breaking.
you basically like I spend $400 on a mech tube. I'm not taking it outside.
No.
I can't. Like if I would have paid full price for this mod when it was like brand new, I would never have taken it outside because I've already dropped this on the pavement and fucking scratched it. Yeah. So I mean, we got it for a really good price, but
because of the coloring, you can't tell really.
you can feel it though.
Yeah, I mean, me, I would be going crazy because I'm OCD like that, but it's not that noticeable. But
And I want to build it. And these aren't like just. I mean, you can look at it like, well, that's kind of like a piece of art, right? Like, but it's supposed to be a functional piece of art. Like, I need to be able to take this somewhere, and so I think $400 for a mech tube, that's definitely too much.
because I would cry if I dropped it.
But what is like the ceiling? I mean, we just paid $125 for the Dreamer and the Lucid, and I mean, even in
That's
that
actually
case,
kind of a good price.
but is it?
Because you get an RDA, that's a really nice RDA,
Yeah, the RDA is cheap. It's $25.
and you're getting the mod, which is beautiful.
And everybody says that the Dreamer mod is the fucking mod of the year, and so I'm really looking forward to trying it. And I think for $100, I think $100 is probably
And
where I'm comfortable spending.
The only reason I believe that like that point right there is because Yeti said it.
Yeah.
And I believe Yeti has like a ton of fucking mech mods. He has like a collection of like God, and he posted it on Instagram. And I just like my mouth drooled. I was like, yard sale.
He's got a lot of mods. You know, I trust his opinion.
His opinion matters big time because he has so many, and if he says it's like the best one this year, then yeah. I trust
his opinion for sure when it comes to mech mods. I trust his opinion on a lot of things.
Like the broadside was really good, but then auto fires.
Yeah, we've had some problems with the broadside. You know, the broadside was like a big mod from 2016.
Safe mod. It was supposed to be for people that want to go to mech mods, but you know they're scared. They're like want to be safe. Because it has the plastic
it has a Delrin insulator.
There's so many safety things to it, but the thing freaking it works for a while, and then now it just keeps auto firing.
Yep.
Like I got a clone one, which I expect problems with it, but when I got the clone, the fire pin literally was not even connected. So I had to figure out where I was supposed to put the screw in part. So an auto fire it all the time.
We've had 2 clones and we've had an authentic, and all 3 of those have all experienced the same problem of auto firing.
It'll work for like a day maybe or a few hours, and then I was doing a review with it after it working fine, and then during the review it auto fired on me, and I was like,
and it auto fired on me.
It scares the crap out of you.
So so I don't know that authentic broadside I had for a long time, and then I gave it to Panda, and so for a long time it didn't auto fire, but then all of a sudden it just started auto firing, and the same with the clones. We used them for a long time, and then like all of a sudden they just started auto firing.
It's like the pin inside gets loose, and if it turns just a little bit out of the spot it's supposed to be, which we can't figure out if it's supposed to be too tight or if it's supposed to be like loose. So if it gets out of its little area that it's supposed to be, it'll auto fire.
It's just crazy. It's just crazy. And you gotta remember the broadside, just for the broadside, was $150. You know, and it still is $150. Yeah. And so I think that, you know, nowadays I just think that with as much competition as there is, and with as many quality, authentic products for good prices that are available, I just don't feel that I would be comfortable spending more than $100 for a mech tube, like an authentic brass or copper mech tube
by itself.
By itself, I think that's about the ceiling. And I would actually like to spend less, but I mean, I think I would spend.
That's why I was like, with the Limitless, I just didn't feel comfortable getting. Like, I just don't know it. Is it worth what? Even that one.
Leave some comments if somebody has experience with the Limitless mod, the Limitless mech mod, because I would like her to get one because it has so many options as far as the sleeves, and you can get the bodies. I know if we like pieced one out and we just looked for sales and stuff, I know we can get the body, like the actual tube for like about $70, and then we can get sleeves for, you know, you can find sleeves for as little as like $5 sometimes. So.
Yeah, it's just I don't want to spend that. Because that was like that one site that was $70. Everywhere else was $150.
Yeah, but we can find them. They're on sale quite a bit. So people just leave comments. Let us know if the Limitless is good. I mean, I've heard really good things about it. So, but I want you guys to tell her if it's any good. So, or tell her, you know, if it's bad. Tell us that.
Well, my main point was I like ordering just from one site. I don't want to have to order from all over the place and ended up spending over the amount of the. End up spending the actual price of the mod with the shipping costs, and then you might get sites that aren't really that great.
Reputable.
Yeah, because you're trying to go for deals, and because you're buying all these different parts for it, and that's what I just was like, no, I'll just go with the Dreamer. It's all there. Well,
I'll tell you one thing that let's talk about the Squonk for a second. Having used both the Pulse BF Squonk, right? And then using the Rig Squonk, you can tell the difference in quality. And you can tell where the money went. The Pulse Squonk is very cheap, but it also feels like a fucking toy. Yeah. It's totally plastic. It looks like it's 3D printed.
It hit by fire.
It hit okay. I mean, it hit good. But I could see that. I mean, I could probably crush it with my hand.
Yeah, I think it was... A lot of people now are doing the 3D printing, especially for squonks.
Yeah.
Because it's not actually cheap for material. I'm pretty sure it's not that cheap for material, but it's just the new thing.
Yep.
3D printing's becoming the new thing.
It's going to be a lot more common.
Because squonks are just basically a box.
But this is fucking metal.
Yeah, this is nice. I mean, it didn't. I'm surprised. I just knew when I dropped it was going to have some kind of like paint scrape off or something, but no.
I think it's powder coated, that's probably another reason why it costs what it costs. But you know, like $130, I would have been a lot more comfortable with $100. You know, I think $100 is a lot more in the range of what it's worth. It is what it is. You know.
The reason why, like, I was always really weak when we first met. I was always big on like box mods, so he knows that I like box mods. But I think I'm starting to like kind of turn to the tubes because I just noticed it better. I like miss the broadside.
But the reason why we started going to boxes is because your hands. It wasn't because I thought you liked boxes more.
But you know I liked them. And plus my hands. I can use the tube for a day, and then the next day my hands are out of commission.
She's got carpal tunnel in both hands.
It was like bad.
And so, yeah, I mean, it's just really hard for her. Like if a button has any kind of resistance in the throw, it's just hard for her. I mean, you'll see her in some videos using both hands to fire a mod, and I just hate that. So yeah, you know, I just hate to see her waking up crying, and so we've found a lot of mods here that actually work for her, and most of them just happen to be box mods because a lot of them have the side buttons and they just have easier throws. I liked the broadside for her because it has a very short throw and a very easy throw. But we've just had a lot of fucking trouble with the broadsides that we have, and so And I've been thinking about getting her the 2700 broadsides, the Admiral. I don't know. We're looking around for a tube that is going to be good for her. I'm hoping that the Dreamer is going to be good, but I honestly don't know.
Yeah.
We don't know what the throw's like on that button.
But eventually, I mean, I have to get my hands work done, so eventually I'll be able to use it no matter what. So as long as I have it, I'm happy with it.
Yeah. She just wants it because I'm having one.
I know, and it's really pretty.
Try that one. Try this button. This is a really easy throw. See, even that is hard for you.
Ooh, you overjuice.
Well, that's just because you were sucking on it before it started firing.
Because I thought it was going to fire. Yeah, it's kind of hard. Let me see again.
Well, see, and this is like literally a quarter of an inch throw, and that's still hard for you. That's not good.
This finger.
So yeah,
Oh,
so
I love that.
she likes tubes. She likes tubes, but it's just hard for her. So
This finger's alright, but then the next day I'm like, the finger is over. But
so somebody give us some recommendations if you know of some tube mods that have that are quality that have a short, easy throw. We would appreciate that.
yeah, but I definitely miss using tube mods because the whole vaping experience is totally different with them.
Yeah.
I enjoy it a lot better, and I mean I love my box mods, but I mean this is the closest I'm getting to a tube when it comes to like the firing, the satisfaction of that vapor that you're receiving is this little thing. I love it.
The Snow Girl parallel box mod. That's something, we'll jump real quick to what we want to see in 2018. I have a little list of stuff we want to talk about. One of the things I want to see in 2018, and we'll go back to how much we're going to pay, but one of the things I want to see in 2018 is the return of fucking parallel box mods. Every box mod that I see that's released lately is all series.
Yeah.
It's like series. And you know what? I understand that series like made a really big comeback during 2017, and that's cool and everything, but like, god damn it, I want some parallel box mods, man.
So you can just have normal builds, I mean like the good rowdy builds.
Yep.
And
because there's so many benefits to parallel. If you guys don't know, with Ohm's law and stuff, with parallel box mods, what happens is that basically it splits the amp limit, or splits the amp load between the two batteries. So if you have like a really low ohm build, like let's say you have like a 0.05 build, it's actually it's actually splitting that load up amongst those two batteries, and so it's really more like a 0.1 build. It's more like it's not super dangerous. Like a 0.05 build is what people would say. Like people like battery
do
mooch.
it all the time.
People like battery mooch would say like, hey, that's dangerous. That's really stressing your batteries. But when you're splitting that load up between two batteries, it's not as dangerous. And also it doubles your battery life. Just there's a lot of benefits to parallel box mods, parallel battery box mods. And so I want to see that return for sure. And another thing I want to see, we had this whole squonk thing going on that is great and everything. I want to see a squonk tube, and also a dual battery squonker would be great too.
Yeah.
But a squonk tube would be great. I saw it.
Actually, I think my hanger tech is dual.
Yeah, but that sucks.
But it's a hanger tech.
That sucks.
Yeah.
But
And it is regulated. So.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. Like an unregulated dual battery parallel box mod squonk would be awesome.
Yeah. Or tube would be awesome. I mean, you had a great idea how to do it. I'm surprised no one's.
I actually saw a thing online. I think it might have been on 3F Vape. It was an add-on you can put on any mod, and it turns it into a squonk.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I don't know exactly how it works, but you just screw it onto the 510 of any mod that has, and then you put your bottom fed RDA on top, and you can feed juice up to it.
Huh.
I forget who makes it. I don't know. Maybe
Would it work for tubes though?
I don't see why not. You
But
just
how
put it on
would you
any
feed
510.
it through the top.
It's like a little add-on extender, and then it just has a little bottle in it, and you just press it.
That's pretty cool.
It was interesting, yeah. And so, I mean, if you could use it for tubes, that'd be cool. I'd like to see a tube with just that in mind, like, I don't know. I don't know how they would do it, but I just think that would be fucking awesome.
Yeah. So a lot of people like tubes because they're easy to carry around. They're easy in the hand.
People just like tubes.
Yeah, they do.
You know, I prefer a tube all day long.
If the fire during of them is just way more satisfying than any other vape that mod that I've used.
Yeah, the most satisfying vape I've ever had have all been from tubes.
Yeah.
So what would you pay for an RDA? What would the top price you pay for an RDA?
I was like almost crying for paying $120
Wow, you have paid that much for an RDA?
today.
No, that was for the mod and the RDA.
For just
for an
RDA?
RDA. What would be like the most you would pay? For something that you had to have?
Probably like $70.
Yeah. I mean, that's about the max that you were going to see on... See, that would be really hard for me to justify paying $70 for an RDA because you have people
Oh, an RDA.
Yeah,
Wait,
like a dripper.
No. On RDA, I'm thinking like $30.
But we paid more for that for like the drop. We paid
I
more
know,
for
but
$30.
I wasn't very comfortable with it.
No?
I would like $30. I think is a good price for an RDA because basically you're getting this, unless it's like some crazy like you're getting like this amazing well, and it's just the build deck's really freaking awesome, and I don't know. I would pay maybe a little more. Like this, I would have paid. I just like the build deck. It was really
The drop.
The drops build deck. It was worth its money. It was $40. So I mean, it's not that much.
It was
more.
like $35.
Yeah, $35.
Then tax and then shipping.
Yeah, I mean, it's worth it. The flavor is amazing. The build deck's easy to build on, and you can do different things with the build deck if you wanted to. And the flavor, period.
And if you wait a few months, I bet you'll be able to pick up a drop for half that price.
Yeah. I mean, $30 is a pretty good price for an RDA.
I think $30 is the magic price of what I would be comfortable paying for an RDA. I think the maximum I would pay would be what I have paid in the past is $65. But I've been super uncomfortable
Or like
with that.
the Goon and all that, they're all expensive.
The Goon is...
I could never, I mean, I could, but I could have bought a Goon a long time ago, and I just didn't feel comfortable spending that, or the Apocalypse is like $70.
Fucking Apocalypse is overpriced like
And
crazy.
I had the clone Apocalypse, and even though it's a clone, you're still going to basically get the same type of flavor you would get with the authentic, and I hated the flavor. It was very dull flavor in the clone, and everyone might say because of the metal that's used for the clone, whatever, but, and the build deck was, I hated it.
Yeah.
I hated the build deck on it. I mean, it's almost like the Goon's build deck, but it just wasn't as easy. I don't know. It was something different about it. I just hated the build deck. Maybe just because it was a little smaller.
Maybe. The Goon was like the first time I got an RDA, and like actually got it in my possession and started using it and felt like, I get it. I mean, it's because it's heavy duty. If you ever held a Goon, like an authentic Goon,
amazing.
it's like weighs like a fucking pound.
And the metalwork is nice looking.
It's immaculate, yeah.
Yeah, the inside's nice and clean. It's not, you don't see like the waves of like a lot of RDAs. You see like the machines
tools
weight.
and shit. Yeah.
You don't see that. It's very clean and it's nice, and people like seeing that kind of stuff. They don't want to see what the work the person did.
Well, and when the Goon came out, it was I mean, I can't even express this enough. It was revolutionary because that build deck was revolutionary. Like, we were used to having like these, at most, if you were lucky, having like a velocity style deck with maybe some 3 millimeter posts.
Style deck's kind of still new.
It was still kind of new when the Goon came out,
Yeah.
but like we were like, that was until the Goon came out. The velocity was like, this is what builders should have. And then the Goon came out, and it was like, holy shit, you can stick fucking anything in there.
Yeah.
And so that changed the game a lot. Now I try to build on the Goon deck, and it's like, this is like not the best, because now we're used to things like the drop, which is really a builder's RDA. I mean, literally you can put fucking anything in the drop.
Yeah, the holes are like amazing.
And they're so easy. There's no fiddling around. Like with the Goon, you have to like try to like keep the wires separate and like putting them across each other. And
like I forget which one is, maybe it is the Apocalypse that has like divots to where the
To keep the wires separate.
wire separate.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it is the.
And the M Turk has the same kind of deck as the Goon, except it has a screw that goes down the middle
Yeah.
to keep them separate.
Which is, it makes it easier.
It makes it a lot easier, yeah.
Because supposedly they're not supposed to touch, but
But it's
sometimes
supposed
it's
to.
just impossible for them not to
Yeah,
touch.
if you can
Especially
put,
with a 3-post,
oh,
you're going to touch. There's no.
we have a glass cap. I have a tugboat RDA. She's gonna use it later for our blind test.
It's like
taste test.
one of my favorite.
It's like her favorite, yeah, because we have a glass Trinity glass cap for it, and it's a 3-post, man. And her building on that has always been hilarious. See, I grew up building fucking on 3-post RDAs, but like when you go from something like the Goon to a 3-post RDA with tiny little holes in it,
Well,
it's a
I went,
nightmare.
like my favorite, like I tried building on. I'm still like new, so like when I had my first RDA was Velocity. Was it?
Velocity.
Yeah, there you go. I was like having a hard time even building on that. So then I bought the Pulse, and it was like baby.
Baby's first RDA.
Yeah, you can definitely, anyone can build on that, and I just fell in love with it. And then finally, once I moved here, he got me into building on. I started building on everything. Yeah, so I definitely got more experience on building with different, so variety of different decks being here, because he has like so many different kind of. He has older RDAs. We've got newer RDAs since I've been here, so I got a lot better at opening my surroundings of my build decks. So I can basically build on anything. Now this new one that we're getting is very new for me. I've never
It's new for me.
like. Do we have to build like
Yep.
that? Like what is
I
it?
think you don't have to, but I think that's how it's supposed to be built.
I've never even vaped like that.
It's a
So
vertical
gonna be-
coil deck.
So it's going to be very interesting.
Vertical coils are awesome. I've used vertical coils a lot, and like I have it's a 454 big block, authentic RDA. Another RDA that is fucking heavy duty, and it's like a quad. It's supposed to be for like quad coils. It's the worst deck for building, but I do for vertical coils and that all the time. There is a huge difference in flavor. Yeah, you will notice the difference. For
Is
sure.
it better?
It's different. I mean, you'll see. It's
It's
different.
going to be interesting trying to learn to build on it.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be neat.
Think I have a teacher.
Sensei Travis. So yeah, no. RDAs, yeah, I think $30 was where I'd be comfortable, and I think we're going that direction with people like PandaVapes and Hell Vape and all these other people. They're putting out things like the Rabbit and the Pulse and the Drop. I think
Well,
we're
just
going
wanna,
towards a cheaper
Open,
price.
open the range of how far can it go with building.
Yep.
What is the limit of how far you can go at building on a deck?
And you know what? Another thing is that people, like back in the day, people would buy maybe like a couple RDAs here and there throughout the year, but now people are vaping as like a hobby, right? And so like anytime a new device comes out, people want it.
I definitely started it as I stopped smoking, but what got me really grabbed into it was a hobby.
Yeah, the hobbyist side.
That's just how my personality is. When I get into something, I want like everything. Like when I first met him, it was around my birthday, in the time that we were talking, and I was like getting mail all the time, and I was showing him like all my new stuff I was getting. And I definitely went all out and bought like all kinds of mods and RDAs and.
But that's important to keep people interested in vaping when they first start. Is you want to try all kinds of new stuff to like find out what your vape is. And if you're paying $65 for each RDA, it's just not realistic.
No.
That's why me and a lot of other people like Scott Preston and a lot of us will go online at night and like go to like sites and buy like everything that's like on sale like, for $5, $10, and you just buy a bunch of junk, you know what I mean, until you can find something that you like. But like really, it'd be so much better if we could just buy good stuff for $30, because I can buy like a
Even
couple things a month.
$40 is pushing it, but I would do it for.
Yeah. But if there's RDAs that are like $20-$30, I can buy several of those a month instead of just like one RDA every 3 months. Like if it's $65, I can't justify spending $65 a month on a fucking device because then you still have to buy
might
cotton.
not even taste good.
Yeah, you have no idea if you're gonna like it or not. Yeah.
It just might not be for you, and now you got a $65 RDA just sitting in your closet.
And then maybe you can resell it, but you're never gonna get the same price that you paid for it.
Or us as being reviewers, give it away.
Yeah.
But not everyone really wants to use RDA.
No, they don't. You know, and you have to factor in like what's my vape budget because you also have to buy juice, cotton, wire, coils. I mean, whatever you're using, like that all factors in. And so if you're also spending $65,
you don't want to make it as much as you were when you were smoking, because the whole you wanted to quit smoking for the fact of quitting smoking, you know, less nicotine in your body, but then you also wanted to save money.
Yeah, but that's
it's not happening with. But I think I still save money, no matter what. But if I didn't like have the hobby of the addiction of buying new products, new like RDAs, new mods, if I was just like happy with what I was having just to stop smoking and save money, cotton and all that, you still save money.
If you were just like literally just trying to quit smoking and you just bought like a Baby Beast like V8 stick with a Baby Beast on it, and
or even the Alien. Like, I had the Alien, and I gave it away, but...
Yeah, with like a tank, and that's...
The Alien will last you forever because it goes with 250 watts, but who's going to... I know people from that vape forever, and they don't eat, they're like, I never would use 250 watts.
Yeah. But then you can, like, let's say you're totally happy with just having one device, you buy coils for it every month, you buy one pack of coils, that will last you a month, so that's like $20 for coils. And then you buy, you know, a 100 ml bottle of juice. There's like another $30.
But you can go online and get cheap juice, like the same price juice.
Yeah.
If you shop around, like when I do my reviews, I always look around everywhere, and I can see it goes to $25, and then you can find it for $18. Yeah. So
let's say you spend $50 a month on juice, and then $50 a month on coils. That's still way less than you would spend on smoking. Because if you're a pack-a-day smoker, here, where I live, it's like $8 a pack. And then, so you're smoking a pack a day, that's $8 a day.
I was paying $50 a week on cigarettes.
Yeah,
especially
easy.
If you and your partner smoke, buying cartons of cigarettes, you're spending $50 a week for a cigarette. And then, because... You're spending
at least $200. More like probably $300 a month on cigarettes.
A drinker, you're even spending more because when you're drinking, you smoke
more. Yeah.
So it does balance out to be better.
But if you're a hobbyist and you're buying new devices every month and you're buying new, you're building your own coils and all that shit, you're gonna spend more.
But if I wasn't spending money on mods, I would be spending it on something else, games or phones. I get addicted to like. It would have been something.
Our New Year's resolution for next year, getting Panda to save money.
I do save money. Who has money in their bank account?
Oh wow! I'm gonna headbutt her right now. After the camera stops, headbutt time. No, it's joking. Okay, so we wanted to talk about games. We wanted to let you guys know. I don't know if you guys know, but it's something that I've been using for a long time. I just got Panda to start using.
I didn't ever even know about it.
A lot of people have never heard about it. A lot of people have heard about one of the services that this company offers, but not the one we're going to talk about, and that's the Humble Monthly Bundle. This is like a PC game thing, okay? So first for all you PC gamers out there.
They have they do mobile games too, because they offer.
Yeah, that's in the bundles. You can get. So every month, Humble, it's a website. You just type in Humble Bundle, and it'll pop up, and they have like little bundles of games that you can buy for as low as like $1 all the way up to like sometimes like $20, $30.
It's only $12 for the monthly.
So for the monthly thing that we get, it's a service you pay for monthly, and for $12 a month you get
random
games, but there's always at least a couple what I would call like AAA big budget games.
Yeah, like ours this month was worth $100 and something, and he said it can go up to like $300.
I've seen them be like $300. So this month we got Quantum Break, which is like a big budget game.
Yeah,
Tomb Raider.
which is a very popular game.
And we got like 6 or 7 games.
We got I think what's that game that you already had? It's with the mafia.
Oh, it's called Sleeping Dogs. It's Sleeping Dogs Definitive Edition. We got.
I've always wanted that on PlayStation.
It's kind of like Grand Theft Auto, but it's set in Hong Kong. And so we did, and every month it's different. And so next month one of the games they've shown that we're gonna get is Civilization 6. So it's always like a newer game that's like a big budget game that like when it was new cost $50, $60, you know. And
well, they even do Grand Theft Auto. They had one with Grand Theft Auto in it. They should.
They have tons of, you know.
You always get. They always put like at least 1 or 2 good games, right?
1 or 2 big. Well, all the games they put on are all rated at least mostly positive on Steam, and then and that's what you do. They'll give you codes for like product codes for Steam, and you just take them. You can give them to other people if you have the games already. I've been totally blown away by the quality of games I've gotten since I've been using it. I've been using it for over a year.
He has like 800 and something, 850 something games.
I have a lot of games on Steam, and a lot of that is because of this Humble monthly bundle. Because every month for $12, I get anywhere between like 6 and 10 games.
And then they have that thing where they offer free games.
Yeah, now they have. If you're a subscriber, you get access to what they call the Trove. And it's just a lot of games they've offered in the past during bundles.
Cool games in there.
Yeah, there's a lot of indie games. There's also just a lot of big budget games.
But if you're like a gamer that's not really into like just the graphics and just you like the story, you have a lot of good games like that in there.
Yeah. And
they also have a thing that you showed me last night where you can spend like $6 and get like.
Well, they have humble bundles. This is what the website started is that Humble bundle, and it's like a way for them to raise money for charity. And what it is they have like a little bundle of games that they pick, and it's always different, and they offer a couple different ones each month, and they have like different tiers. So for like as little as $1, you can donate as much as you want, and you actually get to pick where the money goes. You can give all the money to the developers of the games, or you can say I want this much to go to Red Cross, and then the rest of it, yeah. And so that's really cool. And so, oh shit, drop stuff. So you can, for as little as $1, you always get 3 games, and it's like the 3 lowest tier games. But then like there's different levels. Like for like the $1, you get these ones. If you want to go the next level, which like always fluctuates, you know, because they're going by how much people are donating. And so it starts off maybe at $5, and if people are donating more, it'll go up a little bit. And so like anywhere between like $5 and $10 would be the second tier. And you get 3 more games, and then they'll have one big game at the bottom that'll be like a set price. Like if you donate $12, you get all the games from all the tiers, right? Yeah. And so they always have different ones. They have mobile bundles. They have bundles of comic books. They have bundles of fucking
and like if
games.
you go in your settings, you can click which if you want that stuff. That's what I noticed yesterday.
Yeah. And so, for the Humble Bundle, I've also seen them do, like, besides Android games, I've also seen them do iPhone games bundles, and I've also seen them do PlayStation 4 bundles and stuff. So, check out Humble Bundle. It's just a really good value for gaming, and it's not like a scam site, and it's not like a site where they're selling stolen keys. Yeah. It's totally legit, and the developers all take part in that.
Like and, you can connect, if you wanted to, you can connect like Steam to it. Your Steam account to it, your Blizzard account, so that way you can just click on it and it takes you right there and you can activate it. So it's all legit. It's with the website, like with Steam and everything. So you don't have to feel like you're like stealing.
Yeah, there are some sites where you can go and get games for super cheap, but it's shady. Yeah. And Humble Bundle is not shady, and you don't have to feel guilty about buying the games from Humble Bundle. And they also just have a store that's like kind of like Steam where you can buy PC games, and they're always really good prices. And if you are a Humble monthly subscriber, you actually get 10% off from the store as well.
Oh,
That's
wow.
where I bought our Elder Scrolls games.
Oh,
Because I got 10% off.
nice.
And I bought your PUBG game from there too.
Okay.
So there you go. Humble Monthly. Highly recommend you guys check it out.
The PUBG like finally got released and it's amazing graphics. Oh my god, it's like a whole different game. I haven't played it since it got the update, but
So PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds is a game that I play a lot. Me and Panda have played it quite a few times.
I played it before the big update.
So it was in early access for like the last year, and it was fun, but you could tell it wasn't finished. And so they just recently released what they call version 1.0. So it came out of early access, full release version of the game, and it's like night and day.
Oh my god, the graphics is like so different. You can like the grass is like amazing.
I guess they were just sitting on this update
They just wanted it to
for a
come
while.
out big.
Yeah, they wanted to come out big, and they did. They released a whole new map because we've been playing the same map for a year.
And it like switches off.
It switches on and off, yeah. Like it switches from the old map and the new map. Totally different maps, totally
that
different
way
zones.
you don't get bored.
Yep.
It's always like something new.
Yep.
You can't get used to the map, and because a lot of people start remembering the maps. And
Oh yeah, I mean the old map people had that down to a science.
Yeah.
Definitely. So yeah, it's a lot of fun. If you guys don't know, PlayerUnknown Battleground is what we call, it's like a battle royale game where it's everybody against everybody. It's 100 people get dropped into on an island. It's a giant island, and basically over a period of time, the play area starts shrinking, and so it basically is herding everybody to like this central
So
point.
eventually, you can't just hide somewhere.
No, you have to keep moving, unless you get lucky, like I did that one game, and just drop literally right in the middle of where it's going to eventually end up, which, because it's always random, like where the map shrinks to. It doesn't always shrink to the center of the map. It shrinks to different locations. But you get guns. You start with nothing, and you get dropped in. You have to loot houses and stuff, and get guns and different equipment.
You can pick up different clothing.
You know,
can
backpacks and stuff.
And then you get money for however, like where your rank was, right?
Yeah.
Where you was, if you died at like, you were like the third person left, you get a certain amount of money, and then you can spend it on new clothes.
You get points, and you can unlock
But you
chests.
can't spend it on weapons.
No, you unlock little crates.
Skins now, right?
I think so, yeah. But you unlock crates, and then you can get little items of clothing and different stuff. But it doesn't influence gameplay, and it doesn't cost real money.
No.
During the beta, they actually tried to release paid contents where you would buy with real money those crates, and the players did not go for that. So they didn't like that shit. So we have enough of that kind of shit.
It's basically like, what are you winning?
Yeah. No.
If you're gonna just pay your real money, you ain't winning nothing.
Yeah, and we all paid good money for the game to begin with. We don't need to pay more money to fucking play it. So
like Elder Scrolls.
like everything in this world, even games like fucking Counter-Strike and games like what's the game?
It's
there's like every game in the world has
understand
paid
a free
content.
game. I have no problem paying money into like Warframe. It is a beautiful game, and then the game is like awesome, but
it's free.
But to buy platinum and all that, and to buy a bundle, like you can actually buy like Warframes and all that, like Prime Warframes. I would have no problem doing it because the game is free and it helps support the developers of keeping it going. So.
But then you have games like Call of Duty World War II that have paid.
And they're so
boxes.
expensive to begin with.
Yeah, that's game $60, $65, and then they want you to pay extra to get shit in the game.
The collector's item is like $90.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm not a big fan of like games that are already $60 charging you more for fucking shit in the game.
For like skins and stuff.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Stupid shit too.
So there's a lot of games that are guilty of that, but PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds is not one of them. So check it out. And so let's check out. Last but not least, let's do our blind taste test. Are you ready for that?
Yeah.
Let's do it. We're going to stop the video real quick and then get all our stuff ready, and we'll be right back. So, here we are doing the blind taste test. What do you smell?
Coffee. Vanilla. Cinnamon. Peppermint.
Peppermint.
No, like
We'll vape it.
I smell cinnamon or something.
You vape yours first.
It's like cinnamon.
Yes, there's cinnamon for sure.
That's all I keep tasting.
It smells very cinnamony.
It's like a cinnamon donut or cake. You always give me these hard ones.
This isn't a hard one at all.
The cinnamon overpowers the whole thing.
It's very. It definitely has a very. I've tried it as well. It has a very like desserty kind of taste for sure.
It tastes like a pie, like a cinnamon.
You were closer with your smells. I will tell you that.
With my smell.
Like when you're first
A cinnamon
smelling.
peppermint pie.
Yeah, that's not what you said when you were first smelling it.
A cinnamon vanilla pie.
No.
Okay, no pie.
What's the first thing you said when you smelled it? You're like second guessing yourself too much. Gotta go with your first instinct.
I said vanilla.
No.
What did I say first?
You said coffee.
Oh, so like a cinnamon coffee?
You tell me.
Wait.
She hates this part of the show. You're gonna dry that shit out and get it dry it.
Like a mocha, cinnamon mocha drink.
It is cinnamon from Deja Brew. And it is, yeah, it's supposed to be like a cinnamon mocha. Sweet,
So
creamy.
I got it right today this time.
You did. It's supposed to be sweet, creamy roast spice is the flavor I know it's supposed to get. And it's a cinnamon light roast coffee.
Nice.
So, I mean, right from the beginning when she smelled it, she had it right on. But then she started second guessing herself when she started tasting it.
Well, I used to be a big coffee drinker, so I smelled coffee, and I usually don't like coffee vapes.
It's really good.
I really liked it.
It's really
this might
good,
be
yeah.
my new e-liquid.
It's really fucking
I've been
good.
actually talking to him. I talked to him the other night about it. I was like, I think I'm getting like bored of my flavor profile. I'm like overdoing myself with cereals. Like every single thing in my mods are cereal except White Girl. So I'm like, I think I'm kind of getting bored of that, and this might be a nice change.
It's
for
really
me.
fucking good. It's light.
And
it's
I do
not
not
too
like
spicy with
coffee
cinnamon.
vapes. Most coffee vapes are really like dark when you're
Dark, yeah.
and they're just like just coffee. I just don't like vaping coffee, but this is delicious.
Yeah, it's really, really good. It's really light. The cinnamon is not too spicy. It tastes really, really like you're right. It tastes like a dessert. When you're vaping, it tastes like cinnamon.
But now
cake.
that I think about it, it does taste like a mocha,
Yeah.
but like sprinkled. Like you would get at like where's that place I get that you got me for
Starbucks?
Christmas? Yeah, Starbucks, and they would like sprinkle the cinnamon on top with a mocha kind of.
It's like a vanilla latte with cinnamon
yeah,
or something.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
exactly what it is.
That's what it tastes like, yeah.
But, it's
But it also, when
really
you're also
good.
vaping it, you get like these hints of like cinnamon cake.
Yeah, I definitely thought it was like a pastry.
It definitely has that vibe, for
Like
sure.
it would be like a pie or something.
Yeah.
Like, I just got like a pie in my head.
Yeah. Yeah, once you got pie in your head, it's like, that's
It's
all you got.
really good.
It's just really good, yeah.
Vaping this today.
I was always impressed though, right when you first smelled it. Because that was pretty accurate to what it was.
I did good.
You did good.
Finally, third episode, Panda got one of them right. I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. I look like an
Before we
idiot.
started, she's like, let's not do this. Let's do juices we're familiar with, she said. I said, no,
I was
cheater.
like, I look like the worst reviewer ever.
Ooh, this stinks. You give me a gross one.
I do not.
Yeah, you did. It's some kind of fruit. Is it apples?
There's actually multiple fruits in this one.
God.
Had to give him a
It's
hard
like tropical fruit or something.
one. Had to give him a hard one. He's got easy ones twice.
It's like tropical fruits. It's just fruits. That's what I get. Maybe apples.
No,
Maybe like
no
maybe
apples.
pineapple.
Yeah, you're right about pineapple.
Pineapple, maybe
There
like
is
passion fruit.
There is something else. There is all mostly fruits, but there is something else in there.
Okay, if you say so. Pineapple, coconut.
No, not coconut.
Well, it tastes like coconut. It tastes like a pina colada. That's what it tastes like.
Well, I guess it could be. Kind of.
Okay, well that's my
I'm
guess.
giving up.
My
Okay.
guess is pina colada.
And it's pineapple ice cream with strawberry, lemon, fruit ice with a hint of lemon and lime. It's the Dr. Salt liquids.
Dr. Salt, holy shit. I forgot that was
Twist
even
it.
there, yeah. Yeah, I guess I don't get any of the lemons or limes at all. To me, it tastes just like
I
pina
needed
coladas.
to find a hard one for him, and I was like, this is perfect. It has so many flavors in it that he's not going to
You know what threw me off was the nicotine salts. Because that uses nicotine salts instead of regular nicotine.
Oh, it
And it
does.
has a different flavor, for sure, yeah.
Do you taste lemon and lime in it?
I don't. I mean,
Well, it says a hint. of
if you
lemon
say
and lime.
that now and I start looking for it, I could probably convince myself. But what I tasted when I was vaping it was pineapple and coconut. I just got in my mind that
It's
I tasted
probably the
coconut.
ice cream.
Probably the ice cream, yeah, like the cream.
Yeah.
And it just tasted like a pina colada to me.
Yeah. Well, that's basically probably the ice cream. Probably makes it all kind of like a pina colada. Let me taste.
Ugh, it's not good. I don't know. It tastes like a pina colada fucking air freshener or something.
Oh,
It really does.
it's too bad. I got the lime automatically.
Ugh, yeah.
I didn't get
because you knew it was
No,
there.
I hate lime.
That's the whole point of this blind taste test is to like show how much
but-
influence knowing the profile gives somebody.
I hate lime and lemon, so I'm gonna get what I hate out of that, and it's the lemony flavor. I got the citrus, like, big time.
I mean, now that I'm sitting here knowing what it is, then yes, I taste citrus. But like, when you're blind tasting it and you don't know what's in there, it's so fucking funny what the mind will like focus in on.
Yeah.
Because you like latch on to like anything that's familiar, and everything else will just go like dead around it. It's weird. That's the whole point of this. We want to like show that doing blind tastes is fucking hard.
Yeah.
Because if you don't have any idea of what you're vaping, and you don't know what to expect,
You're not gonna really get it.
you're not gonna get it.
It's just your mind's not focused on anything, so it's really, really hard. It's just hard.
I would like to, you know what would be good to do? We'll make up some DIY e-liquid of
love
just
the vape
single
bombs, too.
flavors, like strawberry, lemon. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like cream, something like that, and just like we'll do some of those in the coming weeks, and we'll see if we can get, if it's just one flavor, can we get that one flavor?
Yeah. That's actually really cool.
That's a cool idea, I think. So look forward to that, you guys. And yeah, that'll about do it for this show. I don't know how long this went on. Probably for quite a while.
Yeah, we were chatty.
We were a little chatty today.
Chatty.
But we like really appreciate you guys showing up and watching the show. We've had a really good response to the show. Like hundreds of views. You guys have watched the hell out of this
and
show.
like we say, if you ever have any opinions like what we should be, like what you would like to see in the show, we're always open to it, open to ideas, because sometimes it can be hard of what are we going to do different on the show. So if you ever want to like have a topic, we're always welcome to it.
Yeah, no, definitely leave comments. Let us know what you guys want us to cover. Oh, hiccup from that juice. What you want us to cover. If you guys have any topics you want to see us talk about, and just let us know what you think. We always are interested. So, thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you next time. Bye.
Bye.